Hi, boys and girls. So, April is a very special month because April 22nd is Earth Day. And I personally believe that every day is Earth Day, but we're going to take this month to explore a little bit more about the Earth and the ways that we can take care of it. So, in Science and Social Studies this month, we're going to learn all about the Earth. The Earth is a living, moving, breathing organism. It's alive, just like you and I are. And not only is it alive, but it's our home. So it's important to know how the Earth works and ways that we can take care of the Earth so that it's here and safe and happy and healthy for a long time. So today we're going to explore a question that I have written on the board. It says, how old is the Earth? You have a birthday, right? And I have a birthday. Anything that's really alive has a birthday, and it's a certain amount of time old, right? So the Earth too is old. How old is the Earth? How old do you think the Earth is? Oh yeah? I'm sure you made some great guesses. Today we're going to read a story called Earth, My First 4.54 Billion Years. Whoa, billion? The title of this book kind of gives us a clue as to how old the Earth is. What do you think? How old is our Earth? You guessed it. Our Earth is about 4.54 billion years. That is really, really old. We can't even count that far. Let's read the book and see what we're going to learn about the Earth and how it was born. As I read this story, pay very careful attention. Look at the pictures and listen to the words. Because after the story, you're going to write down 5 new facts that you learned about the Earth and how it was born. So don't tell me things that you already know about the Earth. Try to write down 5 facts that you learned new from this book about the Earth. All right, here we go. Earth, My First 4.5 Billion Years by Stacy Mcanulty. First of all, here's the universe, right? Outer space. With all these stars. And this is where our Earth is. Hi, my name is Earth. Some people call me Gaia, the blue marble, the world, or the third planet from the sun. You can call me Planet Awesome. Yeah, Earth is definitely Planet Awesome because it's got beautiful animals and creatures and colors, and we get to live there. My family is really big. Really, really big. I have 7 siblings in my solar system. I'm closest to Venus and Mars. Some used to say I have 8 siblings, but Pluto is more like the family pet. And then there are my cousins. My Milky Way family has billions of planets. Told you, big family. My favorite things to do are spinning. It takes me a whole day to go around once. And circling the sun. That takes me 1 entire year. So right now, as you're listening to this story, the Earth that we're living on, that we're standing on right now is spinning. It's spinning around like a top. And at the same time, it's circling around the sun. So it's going for a trip around the sun. Can you feel the Earth spinning right now? No, right? Can you feel it moving around the sun? No, we can't feel it, but it's happening. My best friend is the moon. We hang out all the time, even when you can't see her. The moon needs 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around me. I've timed her. Have you ever looked up in the sky and noticed the moon at night? It's always there. And sometimes you can even see it in the daytime because that moon, Earth's best friend, she's always there. And it takes her about 27 days or 1 month to go around the Earth one time. I was born 4.5 billion years ago. I don't remember what it was like to be a baby. Who does? But I've been told I was a hot mess. Explosive, gassy, very cranky. So when the Earth was first born, it was really hot and fiery and explosive. There was a lot of gas floating around on the Earth's atmosphere. Then I started to cool off and things got wet. Really, really wet. It rained for thousands of years. I'm not kidding, thousands. So first, Earth was really, really hot and gassy, and then it started to cool down, and it turned into rain, and it got really, really wet. I was soggy and lonely. A few islands popped up in my oceans, but no plants or animals. So at this time, 4.5 billion years ago, there were no plants, there were no animals on Earth. It was just a lot of water and rain, and some islands, or the land that we live on, started to pop up. My islands must have been lonely too. They got together and made bigger islands called continents. I remember Ur and Nuna and the ginormous Pangea. So before we had all separate continents like America and South America and Asia and Europe and Antarctica and Australia, it was one big planet like this. I mean, one big island like this. Then Pangea split into 7 separate continents. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Things here on Earth are always changing. As I got older, stuff began to grow. Life! Almost half my life, you probably wouldn't even recognize me, though I've always been around, right? 4.54 billion years ago is when he arrived, okay? And then about, when it was halfway old, about 2.4 billion years ago, air started to come. If anyone had been alive, they could finally take a breath. So air came later. Then 470 billion years ago, plants that can live on land started to bloom. Then 400 billion years ago came bugs. So bugs were the first living things that showed up on Earth. Then there were dinosaurs. 240 billion years ago was the first dinosaur. Then 210 billion years ago, we had mammals for the first time. They were fuzzy and warm, like a woolly mammoth. Then 150 billion years ago, birds started to appear. Did you know that birds are relatives of dinosaurs? I didn't know that. Then 130 billion years ago, flowers started to bloom. I'm a very pretty planet. It's not bragging if it's true. And then 200 billion years ago is when, look, when Homo sapiens You humans have big brains and walk on 2 feet. So 200 billion years ago, humans started to come onto the earth. Lots of good facts on this page. The time of the dinosaurs was one of my favorites. I mean, everyone loves dinosaurs. They lived with me for 175 million years until asteroid. An asteroid came zooming towards our planet. It's not always easy being Earth. There were volcanic eruptions. Then there was an ice age where first everything was really hot and there was volcanoes erupting. Then everything got really cold and it was the ice age. And then there were major collisions like that asteroid, which is the reason why all the dinosaurs went extinct. So it's not always easy being Earth. But on the inside, I'm the same planet awesome. All the way deep, deep, deep inside the Earth, in the center of the Earth is the inner core. Then there's the outer core around it. Then there's the mantle, which is the next layer of the Earth. And then there's the crust, which is the next layer of this Earth right here. And then there's the surface, which is the outside of the Earth. The surface of the Earth is where we live. We live on the surface of the Earth. We live on the ground outside of the Earth. So if we dug deep all the way to the center of the Earth, which is pretty impossible, we'd find lots of hot lava there in the middle of the Earth. So our ball, this planet we live on, it's not empty, it's full of stuff inside. Humans have been super fun. No other species has ever been interested in learning about me. Other animals are nice, but they mostly eat and poop and never wonder about my amazing life, right? Animals don't really wonder about Earth and clouds and trees and how the Earth, is formed and how to take care of the Earth. They kind of just eat and poop, right? And walk around. But it sure does make Earth a beautiful place, doesn't it? But sometimes humans forget to share and play nice and clean up after themselves. Right? So sometimes humans leave behind trash and make pollution and drill the earth and do things that hurt the earth and don't help take care of it. But still, I bet you humans will turn out to do really great things. We love you, Earth, right? We can all choose to do things that are going to take care of the planet and help it stay smiling all the time. The end. All right, boys and girls. So now in your Class Dojo student portfolio, go ahead and write 5 facts that you learned about the Earth and how it was born, all right? Make sure there are 5 facts that you didn't already know, but that you learned new from this story, okay? Add lots of details. You could rewatch the video if you want to help you remember the story and remember details. Use your best spelling and don't forget to edit and copy your work. Can't wait to read your facts. See you all soon. Bye.